Americanpickers star Mike Wolf hugs friend in emotional moment as he works on Iowa home after Frank Fritz's death. Hello everyone, my name is Tara G. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Americanpickers star Mike Wolf has been surrounded by loved ones in the days after the passing of his longtime friend and co-star Frank Fritz. Frank passed away just days before his 61st birthday on September 30, as he was unable to recover from a stroke he suffered in July 2022. The U.S. Sun has obtained exclusive photos of Mike, 60, working on his Two Lanes guest house in La Claire, Iowa on October 3. In the photos, Mike could be seen working on the vacation rental, which he has been restoring ahead of opening the property up for fans to rent out. In one of the photos, Mike could be seen hugging one of his workers in an emotional moment. His mother and sister, Beth, also stopped by the vacation rental at one point. Mike was hard at work throughout the day, as he was seen carrying items into the home. He also walked around the property and pointed to the roof while speaking to a worker, likely discussing another renovation. Mike wore a navy blue t-shirt and jeans for the workday. The U.S. Sun obtained the first photos of Mike on October 2, days after the tragic passing. Mike kept busy most of the day by finishing up renovations on his Iowa vacation rental. Mike's sister, Beth, could be seen helping her brother as he walked in and out of the house to grab tools and antiques from his car. Americanpickers Mike Wolf looks downcast outside Iowa guest house in first photos since co-star Frank Fritz's death. Throughout the day, Mike was in a more somber mood than usual as he kept his head down. Mike then returned to his Iowa home for the evening after a long day of work. Mike purchased vacation rental, which is 2,142 square feet, for $300,000 in December 2021. The two-story house was built in 1880 and features 3 bedrooms, a basement, a fireplace, and more amenities. The U.S. Sun previously revealed the renovations Mike made to the home, including painting the previous off-white building a dark green with black trimming. There's a wooden porch in the backyard with a modern black steel railing, a newly installed stone fire pit, and views of the Mississippi River. Mike also owns a vacation rental located in a historic Columbia, Tennessee building that was built in 1857. Mike announced Frank's passing on Tuesday morning with an Instagram post that read, "It's with a broken heart that I share with all of you that Frank passed away last night. I've known Frank for more than half my life, and what you've seen on TV has always been what I have seen, a dreamer who was just as sensitive as he was funny." The same off-camera as he was on, Frank had a way of reaching the hearts of so many by just being himself. Who would have ever dreamed we would share the cockpit of a white cargo van in front of millions of people interested in our adventures? Before the show, we would take off together to places we never knew existed with no destination in mind, and just the shared passion to discover something interesting and historic. Mike's brother Robbie and Frank's co-star Danielle Colby also shared emotional tributes. Frank last appeared on Americanpickers during a March 2020 episode. He took time off to recover from back surgery, which left him with 185 stitches and 2 rods in his spine. During his time off the show, he entered rehab for alcohol addiction in Iowa for 77 days. Frank had a falling out with Mike, as he exclusively told the U.S. Sun in a 2021 interview, "I haven't talked to Mike in 2 years. He knew my back was messed up, but he didn't call me up and ask how I was doing. That's just how it is. I think Mike wants to get his brother Robbie in there to replace me. I don't know why he's behaving like that towards me." Though he had been open about wanting to return to the series after his hiatus, Mike confirmed he was officially let go in 2021. The two reconciled after Frank suffered the stroke. Frank suffered a stroke in his Iowa home in July 2022. Frank was unable to recover from the stroke, as he was rushed to the hospital 4 times in 2022 and 2023 for pneumonia and a seizure. Frank's close friends even filed for a conservatorship and guardianship for him in August 2022. Midwestone Bank acted as Frank's conservator, while his close friend Chris Davis served as his guardian. Because of his stroke, Mr. Fritz's decision-making capacity is so impaired that he is unable to care for his own safety or to provide for necessities such as food, shelter, clothing, or medical care, without which physical injury or illness may occur. Documents obtained by the U.S. Sun read, Mr. Fritz's decision-making capacity is so impaired that he is unable to make, communicate, or carry out important decisions concerning his own financial affairs. Decisions must be made for Mr. Fritz's care and placement while he continues to recover and receive treatment for his injuries. The appointment of a guardian and conservator was deemed necessary to avoid immediate harm to him. Frank Fritz was placed under a conservatorship in August 2022, just weeks after he suffered a stroke. Frank's conservator is Midwestone Bank and is in charge of his finances. The bank agreed to invest Frank's money and collections to generate income. The guardian is his good friend Chris Davis. Chris is responsible for helping Frank manage his Crohn's disease treatment, go to physical therapy, grocery shop, cook, and more day-to-day tasks. The conservatorship also agreed to help replenish Frank's Iowa antique store, Frank Fritz Finds. A wheelchair ramp and more have been installed in his Iowa home under the conservatorship. Frank was wheelchair-bound after suffering the stroke. He can walk, but he's always going to need the wheelchair because he can't walk long distances, a source previously told the U.S. Sun. Basically, you lose motion. He lost motion. A stroke can affect your left or your right side. It affected his right side. But the insider insisted Frank never lost the personality that made him a fan favorite. The source said at the time, he's the same old Frank. He has a good attitude and a great sense of humor. We crack jokes all the time. You gotta make the best of the situation, so he's come to terms with all of that. His mind is right, he's a happy guy, and his sense of humor is there. Then, in his final months, Frank's condition got worse. A source exclusively told the U.S. Sun, he has been bad since the stroke, and he had been getting worse. He was unable to move the right side of his body. He needed 24-hour care. There was no way he was getting better. He was in a home. In July 2024, conservator Midwestone demanded Frank's finances be transferred to them, as the star needed skilled and long-term nursing care at the time. Frank's guardian and close friend, Chris Davis, exclusively revealed to the U.S. Sun funeral plans for the late History Channel star. There will be a celebration of life in the future. It will be big. Fans can attend. We already have several bands who want to play in it, including my band. This will probably take place in the spring. Chris added of his close friend, I will say Frank loved his fans, and he passed away peacefully with friends at his side. Topics. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, American Pickers 24, and stay with us.